Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we're back with another brand new video. Today's video we are here to break down, react and discuss this fantastic European campaign, which unfortunately now is officially over. And right off the bat I've got to tell you, I am utterly gutted and truly devastated that me and we need to sit and wait an entire 3 weeks before we play in Europe again. But before the next European journey takes us to wherever the hell we're going to end up, let's reflect back on how it ended and discuss how we go on. And as we spoke about in yesterday's preview / prediction video, our backs were well and truly up against the wall. We all knew the circumstances, we all knew the position that we were in as a football club, up against a truly terrific, talented side. But unfortunately this time there's no Braga miracle or Hagi masterclass. In fact, Hagi wasn't even in the starting 11 for this game, ladies and gentlemen, as Gerrard sort of reverted back to a similar playstyle and setup that he did versus Porto away, with Barker and Kent playing for the quick counters. But that isn't where I want to start off with this game recap. Nah. It's about another guy who started in the starting 11, who made his return to the squad, and I thought was absolutely outstanding. And to give him sort of the best bit of thumbs up or a bit of credit that you can actually give him, it looked as if he hadn't been gone for 7 months. Now, just in case you don't know who I'm talking about, I'm of course talking about the big Swede himself, Big Philippe Helander, who, spoiler alert, was my overall man of the match from a Rangers perspective in this game. And what I really liked about Helander's performance is they went after him right away. If you actually think back, or if you're watching the game back, I don't know what your actual setup is, but if you go back to the start of the game, they went after Helander a couple of times and he dealt with it, and he was very, very assured, especially in the 3rd minute of the game of football where they whip across in, he just rises enough to knock the ball away after BB's lost his man at the back post. Then they actually whip another cross in from the other side from the resulting header, and he's positionally spot on once again as he's there to clear it and actually send us off on a quick counter. So I know there's a lot of disappointment about how we actually performed overall in the game of football, but I think Helander's definitely one of the bright sparks, one of the positives that we can take away, because in that video yesterday we talked about Leon Balogun's performance versus Aberdeen. That was a gauntlet performance for that left centre back spot, because we know Connor Goldson is CB number 1, ladies and gentlemen, so it's on that left centre back spot. That's the battle. And how was Edmondson or Helander going to respond to what Big Leon done in his man of the match performance versus Aberdeen? Well, Helander came in versus Bayer Leverkusen and was man of the match from a Rangers perspective. But we'll speak more about Helander as the game recap goes on, because next I actually want to talk about something I cannot stop thinking about. It was actually the 6th minute of this game. Ryan Kent and BB combined perfectly. It's a very, very good attacking movement, and it goes to BB, who whips a beautiful ball right to Alfredo Morelos. He's beyond the defender. He can hit it first time, he can do whatever he wants, just get the ball away. But instead, it takes a touch, lads, in the 6th minute of this game versus Bayer Leverkusen. And it's not just a beautiful touch and he doesn't get the shot away. The touch is absolutely bogging, and the defender easily clears it. And you know why I can't stop thinking about that chance is, in the recap I said if Rangers start off strong and if they go after them, if they create a chance early on in the game and it falls to Alfredo Morelos and he puts it away, we've got a chance, ladies and gentlemen. So as it was breaking down, I went, oh. Then it fell away and I just went, like that Roy Hodgson meme, and I just went, oh. So that definitely was a what if kind of moment, and something we'll probably all think about over the next couple of days before the game versus St Mirren. But for the rest of the game we have to jump over, and it's mostly from a Bayer Leverkusen perspective, because in the 18th minute of this game Havertz showed why so many teams in Europe is willing to spend upwards of £90 million on him. And I love just the way he actually reacts to this, because it's actually defended okay from Rangers, and Havertz is forced to do a snap volley, and the snap volley is basically a bullet, and it shoots and rattles the bar before Shagger's even got a pot. The kid's a special talent, and he showed that with that snap volley, and the next 5 minutes actually fell to him again, as we were sort of slack with our ball, just giving the ball away needlessly. Morelos couldn't hold nothing, ladies and gentlemen. It all just kept coming back, and the whole Morelos holding it to play for the wingers like we've done in very successfully against Porto, the same prototype we tried to bring into this game. Wouldn't work because Morelos just could not get to the ball and he could not keep a hold of the ball. So anyway, Bayer Leverkusen is dominating the ball. Havertz makes a beautiful run, loses BB, and now I know a lot of people is blaming Hollander here because he's caught in behind Hollander, but it's actually BB's man who completely loses it, and the ball's perfectly weighted over Hollander in between BB. Havertz is one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Everyone thought it was in, but the wonder kid rolled it wide. And from there, it just became a sort of ugly game. We were trying to get the ball down, but we just couldn't do it, ladies and gentlemen. They just came and kept taking the ball off us, kept putting under us consistent amount of pressure, and we just kept punting the ball away. We couldn't hold it up going forward, so it just kept coming back and back. But somehow we made it to the old water break, or as we on this channel like to call, cheeky little sponsor break. And you could see how animated Gerrard was during the water break, trying to get his team set up the way he was wanting to go. But even after that little mini break, which is basically just like another half time where the managers get to tweak and change things, it didn't really kick us into life, because the next chance in the half came in the 37th minute, where once again the ball was just stuck to Havertz's feet. He's just gliding across the park. He gets his head up, chips a beautiful ball over the defence, and Diaby tries to do a sort of wonder goal of his own, and he rattles it about 75 feet over the frickin' bar. But before we get to half-time in the 41st minute, there was once again an example of what we were trying to do in this game, and it actually almost comes off. Good pressure, winning the ball back quickly in midfield. Stephen Davis knocks it forward to Morelos, who has Barker there begging for the ball. Morelos passes it to him, but before Barker can stretch those ridiculous legs and just go, Bender comes and absolutely smashes not only him, but the ball out the park. That was a wee example again. We're trying to get on that counter-attack, but the final ball just wasn't quick enough, and it wasn't in the right enough areas. And the Bayer Leverkusen defence is just too good for it not to be perfect. And we weren't perfect, lads, so we got none for them. Now you might think to yourself, right, CJ, at least we got the ball forward. We've got a corner. Do we do anything for that? Do we create a chance we could talk about? No, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, from our corner, it nearly ends up a goal at the other side with a devastating quick counter-attack of their own, where I have to give a lot of credit to both Connor Goldson originally, because they passed to Diaby. Diaby looks like he's gone, but Connor Goldson does enough to keep up with him. He blocks the cross coming in, but the deflected cross finds a Bayer Leverkusen player inside the box, and Big Hollander, who is already on his way down, repositions himself and throws himself directly in front of the ball to stop the incoming shot and deflect it for a corner of their own. Brilliant defending for the two centre-halves there. And that led us to half-time, where we go in. Did we really do enough in that game to say we've still got a massive chance to go in and do this? No, really. I think the writing was on the wall, but just how dominant Bayer Leverkusen was. Some people are saying they were at walking speed. They weren't going after us quickly enough. That's not what they do. They're not always just piling people forward. They just suck the life out of the game, keep the ball in attack when they want to attack. And they've done it and carved us out 3 or 4 times during the first half. That's their entire game. We barely got a sniff of the ball. Honestly, it got to like the 47th minute, even after we came out at half time. I started thinking to myself, can we not just get a ball to play with? But it was more of the same, and they deservedly took the lead in the 51st minute of this game, where I think that goal and how it actually happened is a perfect summary, and it's more perfect than what I will ever be able to do in today's video, because it starts with us trying to get the ball forward. We try to pass to Morelos. He's off the pace. The defender just jumps in front of him, intercepts it so easily. One pass, and we're not quick enough to react. And it's a simple long ball over the top. And to be fair to Diaby, it's still a great touch to get the ball down, and it's still a fantastic finish. But just look at it from a Rangers perspective. It told us everything that was going wrong in this game. We just couldn't keep the ball, man. Now, to be fair, because I am a Connor Goldson guy and I get slaughtered for that all the time, in the 53rd minute, he originally done a brilliant defending where he dived in, won the ball, sort of scooped it up, and then done a little drag back away from the Bayer Leverkusen attacker, whose reaction kind of told everything. But from the resulting fantastic defending and fantastic wee bit of skill, it gives the ball away far too cheaply, and from the resulting pass that is intercepted, it actually puts Havertz through on goal. But Alan McGregor has his Alan McGregor moment. There's one every single game, and it was right there. Phenomenal save. The next highlight in the game was thankfully for us, but we have to jump all the way to the 71st minute when Brandon Barker came off the park and your man Hadji came on it. But he wasn't actually involved with this chance that we're going to be speaking about in this instant because the ball is out wide. It's a fantastic cross. The goalkeeper comes out, he flaps it. Connor Goldson gets his big boy head on it. It's on target. You're thinking, yes, he's charged up his headers. This one's in. But for the 5th game in a row, the opposition day, a goal line clearance. I'm sick of it, lads. I'm sick of this goal line clearance nonsense. Sick of it. I mentioned it in the Aberdeen game when Ash Taylor done it to Joe Rebo. I didn't like this habit and this run that we're on. Well, a couple of days later, it happens again. And when it happens versus St Mirren, let's just not even mention it. Now, there is a wee bit of a talking point for the 77th minute of this game because Alfredo Morelos came off the park. Now, some might say he was never on it. Come on, it's a joke. It's what a day, lad. It's a joke. But the players that actually came on, Greg Stewart and Nathan Parson, I thought actually showed a wee bit of hunger and determination when he came on the park, especially young Parson, I thought done very, very well, especially one where was it a 40-yard crossfield pass. It was absolutely to perfection to set us away, to set Jordan Jones away, down the left-hand side. Very impressed with the young lad. He seems to be, whatever situation we throw him into, he's so calm and composed, and that's great for his future and ours. But I did mention the man Hadji came on the park, and when that man's on the park, you know he's going to create something. And in the 80th minute, his relentless pressure, chasing down defenders and chasing down the goalkeeper, actually forces the goalkeeper into a mistake. He gives it over to Greg Stewart, who opens the body up with a left-footed curler, but is well defended and well blocked by the defence. I'm actually pretty sure it was the other Bender brother in this time, but I thought the two of them were absolutely outstanding. The same with the young laddie. They kept saying he was only 21 years old, but that guy had a leash on Alfredo Morelos, and he's built like a brick shithouse. I was like, yeah, I can understand the hype with this team, lads. Defensively, sound. And that right there is the sort of the game breakdown. It wasn't the best game of football. Rangers weren't 100% at it. I spoke in yesterday's video, if we believe and if we want it and we go for it, there's always a chance. But it didn't feel like we ever really go in it. We had one plan to do the quick counter-attacks, but it wasn't happening. Morelos wasn't at the races, and he's so vital to holding the ball. Without that being there, it was just going straight back, straight back, straight back every time we touched the ball. Honestly, I kind of think of one time where we had a sustained spell of possession once in the game. But listen, I'm not going to sit here and absolutely brutalise these players and say, oh, this, and they're terrible. We have to appreciate and understand what opposition we are up against here. And even bail out of third gear or whatever you want to say about them, they are a tremendous side, ladies and gentlemen, and you know they are going to go very, very far in this tournament. That is why they're the one team I didn't want a draw. Well, two teams, them and Inter Milan, but now they get to play each other, so there for them. So that's where we're going to be ending the recap right there. It wasn't a blazy fire to go out with and end a phenomenal European run, but we tried to stick with them, and hell, we only got beat 1-0. That's a respectable scoreline against what we had. And again, we did have a couple of other chances where on another day we could maybe have made a wee bit of difference on the scoreboard, but I'm not going to absolutely brutalise the players, ladies and gentlemen. I am done and dusted with my reaction with the game. What was your thoughts and opinions on the overall match itself? While you guys are hopefully getting your thoughts and opinions out there, I just wanted to speak just for a wee minute or two and just sort of recap the entire European run, because this is usually in a separate video, but with the games coming so quick and fast and this game being postponed 5 months, there's no time for that now, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to say, despite losing and going out, and that's never great, right? You never want to get in a habit of losing, and at this football club we're used to winning games, or that's the mindset we should have, but I just have so much pride of what we done, where we started the European competition to where we finished, gone out. I get at the Bay Arena versus Bayer Leverkusen at the stage we did. That right there, lad, is a brilliant European run, and they boys gave everything they had on that part. And at the end of the day, win, lose or draw, that's all you can ask for, and I can honestly not take one thing away from that entire squad from the first game right to the last. We battled, we tried, we gave it everything we had, and we got to where we did because of that. So now we have a wee break between the European competitions for 3 weeks, as I joked at the start of today's video, and I look forward to going on another crazy European journey with you right here on this channel. But with all that being said, hopefully by now you've gave your thoughts on the game, because I'm going to ask you one more question, because now you've done that, I want to ask you what's your thoughts and opinions on the entire European competition now that it's over. What about the journey? What did you think of it? Who really impressed you? Who was your player of the European run? That could be very, very interesting down there in the comment section below. For me, there was a couple of options to give a shout. Alfredo Morelos with his fantastic goals. You had some great performances from Ryan Jack, especially when we were first branching out versus the likes of Porto, where he was simply outstanding. But there's one player that always comes to my mind, and if I'm going to give my player of the European run, it has to be to someone who starred in the 2008 European run as well, and that's Alan McGregor, because whether his kicks are frustrating or no, he has that McGregor moment every single game, and you can look back at every European match and say, what a save for McGregor, or he saved us there, or that was big to keep us in and set us on to win. And so I think my player of the European run is Alan McGregor. If you haven't done so already, get your thoughts and opinions out there in the comment section below. And now that me and thee have had their say, it's time to jump over to Twitter, who will not only be commenting on the game, but our entire European journey as well. And the first one comes in from Andrew Wilson, bit of a channel legend over here. He writes, and overall this was a great run in Europe. The furthest you'd think we'd get is maybe out of the group. To get this far is a bonus. People moan about the players and specifically Morelos. That's going to be hard to edit. But without him we wouldn't have got to where we are or out of the group. Maybe we should have started Hadji, but oh well. Oh well. Callum Keller writes in, great run against favourites for this competition. They were really up for it, but just it's an achievement getting this far. Hopefully another run or a better season this with the new signings. Future's bright. Let's not be too hard on ourselves. Deacon E writes in, proud of the boys after that. The two centre backs tonight, CJ, were awesome, but I think Alfredo Morelos' head is else. Where Tom McCartney writes in, overall it was an outstanding European run. Our luck just ran out at the end. CJ, players can be proud, was always going to be a big ask to go past a team like Leverkusen's standards. Andy the photo doc, the man who done that beautiful picture, by the way, shout out to Andy. He writes in, a great campaign, some great European nights again, and you can see the huge strides we have made. I think we did well to get to where we did. The new additions and potentially more really sets the appetite for the coming European adventures this season. Rory just writes in, proud of the team, no shame losing to Bayer Leverkusen. Liam Christie writes an excellent campaign. Last 32 would probably have been a target for us, so to make the last 16 generated money for the club and gave our guys some experience was absolutely outstanding. Can't argue with what we've achieved over the tournament. Chris McLaughlin writes in, we brought pride back to Scottish football and earned 2 places in the Champions League. Exactly, mate. I was waiting. And the last one we're going to read out in tonight's video, we'll scroll all the way up here, scroll all the way down here, we'll load more actually, and we'll wrap up right here. And it's against Lizard King. Oh no, is this going to be edited out? It's an absolutely fantastic European run. Thought we could have played a bit better tonight, maybe pressed a little higher. Had you should have started, but this is our second competitive game this season, so I can't complain too much. CJ, well there it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You've heard from the people, you've heard from myself. If you haven't done so already, you know what to do by now. And as always, I've been CJ Nova 92. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.